up, beautiful souls? I wanted to talk about the concept of surrendering. I had a moment the other night, and I thought, what a great example about surrendering. Because often when we think about surrendering, we think we just kind of give it, and we do. But sometimes it can be conflicting, and it can confuse us. And the conceptualization between that of surrendering versus giving up can be conflicting, confusing. So my story. I was laying in bed with my boys, my puppy and my young man, and they fell asleep. And it was quite harmonious, if you will, until it was time for me to go to sleep myself. And as I laid there and I tried to get comfortable, squeezed in between my two little boys, I found myself very uncomfortable. I had my music that I fall asleep to for my meditative state, envisioning the light within me and asking to become comfortable and try to position myself. I had tossed, I turned, and I found myself fighting to try to get to sleep. The minutes were ticking, and actually it was at a position where I wanted to excuse myself and go to maybe my son's room and let them just have my bed. And something swept over me. It was like a release and this recognition of like, I got these two beautiful souls cuddling with me. And in any given moment, that could be stripped away from me. And can I just be okay with not pressing to get to sleep because I'm counting the minutes so I have to wake up? Can I be okay just witnessing their breath, their heartbeats, and just settle into it? And in this moment, it was an act of surrender. I was surrendering the need to fight to get comfortable, surrendering the need to try to find a perfect temperature between the window open or the window closed. Fighting this need to try to maneuver everybody around. And I just found myself just to sit there and become aware of the moment, conscious of what the present was presenting to me, which was genuinely a gift. And before I knew it, I had dozed off that fast. Beautiful example between that push and the pull. When we're pushing against something, we're causing more resistance. Now, how can we apply these things to our everyday lives? One, we can apply it to, say we have goals, we have objectives, we want things we want to fulfill, but we can't necessarily see the how or maybe exactly what that fully encompasses. So we often find ourselves pushing towards something, trying to escalate and gain momentum to something. And before we know it, we are coming up against blocks, a lot of resistance, both internally and externally. It's not like the universe is necessarily working with us. Rather than that push, to follow a pull, to become within a now and a conscious awareness that everything is panning out exactly as it's supposed to be. And your biggest responsibility is to be here in the now, to be observant of all that is going on, to follow the internal tugs that are going to put you on the best path to the evolution that you are creating in this moment. Sometimes I don't wonder if that objective or the goal hasn't manifested because we're still amongst the evolution of it. Now let's use surrendering for the emotion. Often, if we are in a state of depression or anger or we're feeling bitter, as always, the emotion acts as a messenger and asks to be looked at. Yet, when it comes to the negative aspect of an emotion, it's human nature to want to suppress. However, if you could surrender yourself to the emotion, and I definitely challenge you to try this, because throughout the day we have multiple different emotions, good or bad, and just be okay. Be accepting of the emotion. And in the moment of doing it, one, you've become conscious and become present. I feel bitter. Oh, I feel angry. And instead of letting that fuel, become observant of it and accept it. That's interesting. I'm very angry. Literally in this moment, in the act of surrendering, you begin to get downloads, clear insight, and a higher perspective to the emotion of what it's trying to tell you and guide you. Surrendering is not giving up, rather becoming in tune to all the dualities, the contrasts, the obstacles, the struggles. And I think in doing so, we actually permit ourselves to get in better alignment and to escalate, to accelerate at a much more dramatic, faster pace. It's a beautiful concept that I don't know that we allocate ourselves permission to do so much as we try to strive to be an ideal, or strive to do something, or else strive in the moment to fall asleep. Consciously aware of, oh no, am I going to make 5 hours of sleep? Rather than to just surrender and be comfortable that everything is panning out exactly as it's supposed to be. The surrender of coming into the essence of your soul. I have so much love. I hope that helps somebody. And as always, namaste.